Right. So, Dr. Subramanian, you pointed out what you say are green shoots of the economy. But let me just get various reactions, because in fact, this term you use, V-shaped recovery, it's of course a well-known economic theory as well. But you have been criticized by many for this term, because making the point that you have been now saying V-shaped recovery from the time this slowdown, or actually this we actually went into this economic slide or crash. In fact, Ratin Roy, the former PM's Economic Advisory Council, the former counsel of the current PM, the current government, says, I don't know the alphabets he's talking about, I know economics. The former finance minister, P. Chidambaram, has said, you've been talking about a V-shaped recovery since 2019, and of course he's criticized you and saying that, you know, you haven't even met the Prime Minister recently, this is just your theories which have no basis on the ground. How would you respond to the various critics? I mean, this V-shaped recovery is becoming almost a spoof online now.
Sonia, as I was already, pointing out, I am speaking based on the data that I'm seeing, and I actually listed those out. What is a V-shaped recovery? A V-shaped is basically when there is a fall, after which the indicators start going up. It's possible that the slope actually may not be exactly the same as that of the fall, because the fall is a drastic one. But clearly the indicators that I gave you, whether it's the e-way bills, whether it's actually the freight, cement or steel consumption or power consumption, or the core sector output, clearly after the significant decline there is recovery. So I'm speaking based on data. I'm not here to give an opinion or even to respond to opinion.
In fact, but interesting, you made the comparison with the United Kingdom. Now we know India's GDP fall or contraction has been the worst amongst major economies, contrasting of course China is the only economy which has shown positive growth. All the other economies have been hit very badly, but India has been hit the worst. And the UK comparison may be slightly fallacious, because the fact is that our base, especially of people below the poverty line, is so much larger. So the impact of a GDP slowdown is a direct impact on jobs. It has a human impact which cannot be really compared to, say, a developed country like the UK. How are you actually calculating that?
See, the reason I used United Kingdom is to actually look at the macroeconomic, effect of the lockdown. As we all know, and if you go and check the data for the intensity of the lockdown that the Oxford University tracks across countries, if you go and look at those indicators as well, it is very clear that India had an intense lockdown, which was greater than that in other countries, including the United Kingdom. Because the United Kingdom has a GDP that is similar to ours, I've used that comparison to make the point that across the globe there was a lockdown during the April to June quarter, and India also had an intense lockdown. So therefore the restrictions that were placed on economic activity were bound to have an impact on the economic indicators, because the economic indicators do not appear in a vacuum. They are actually driven by economic activity. When you have restrictions, there will basically be impact. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm comparing.